Made it back to Canada. We're sitting in Niagara Falls. All he wanted, chicken nuggets. So we had to stop for chicken nuggets. It's a must at 9 o'clock at night. Anyway, decent night. Obviously, we were racing for $225,000. And really, Blue Chip actually warmed up really good. Felt good. I'll tell you what, that Hypnotic AM, that's some kind of animal. She run all over the track warming up. Ripped a shoe off, jumped on her foot. I would have bet you good money she would have run tonight. And that probably was a big part of the reason I went out of there the way I did. I saw Brian on the gate. I thought she was vulnerable, and I thought I could put him in a bad spot. And she never so much as put a step in. After she warmed up, I come up to Blake McIntosh, and he had the rail horse, and I said, geez, did you see that filly warm up? And he goes, I know. He said, but I'm going to tell you, he said, I raced against her in Saratoga. He warmed her up like four times. And she ran all over the track and went out 1, 2, 3, 4, jogged. She obliterated the track record. For those of you out there saying, oh, Anthony, Philly looked tired and looked bad. That was a track, just so we're clear, that was a track record by 2 full seconds. What'd you say it was? 59 and what?
3.
And they went 57 and 1. 2 seconds and 2 fifths. That would be shattered, the track record. When I went out of there, I'm looking for the 3-hole, and I'm like, I'm 90 to 1. No one's letting me in. Brian Sears, I'm thinking there's a decent chance this filly's going to run in the first turn. If we really lucked out, she could take out the 3, too. I went out of there, and I knew he was going to have to let me go. There was nothing he could do. And really, Blue Chip did feel good. I drove her when she was tired last time in Batavia, and she looked tired her last 2, but she didn't feel that way tonight. She felt like she just was beat fair and square. That filly just sucked the air out of her down the backstretch. I got away, and I'm right on his helmet to half. She felt good. Halfway down the backstretch, they started to sprint away, and she didn't want no more, and I don't blame her. It's hard to explain when you see, 57. Over Batavia Downs, that was an incredible mile for a 2-year-old trotting filly. Just to put it in perspective, I think I trotted in 2-1 the last time I was 5th. 2 minutes would have got me a second that night, and that was a hot day. Tonight it was cold. 18 degrees, a little bit of an east wind, and it was cold. And, she did what she could. No shame. She felt good pulling up. She had her ears up. She drank all her water after the race. She seemed fine, but she's tired. That's it for 2019, and I talked to Scott DiDomenico after. I said, listen, man, her biggest tool on a half-mile track is that she can leave hard, and you can stop her right away. If that wasn't Hypnotic AM in there, if that's Aki's Fonstead moves back, especially the way he jams the brakes on, I might have been second. But 57 and 1 the way she trotted, the filly up front, it was just too much for her. She couldn't take it, and she ended up faltering, trotting in 2 minutes, last quarter in 31 seconds. That's it for 2019 for her. I feel she's tough. That was too much for her. She's not going to trot in 57 in Batavia. She might have followed a good mile in 58 and a piece, 59, but 57 just broke her spirit. But after the race, she seemed fine, and actually tonight she trotted really well. I was able to let her trotting hobbles out a little bit. She trotted really well. You might see this filly actually come back. Keep in mind, this was a filly that never wore trotting hobbles until her first start of the year. You might see her come back without any trotting hobbles on. The only good news was I had... Thank you very much. We'll get some nuggets. The good news was I had an opportunity to watch Brave World win at 9 to 1 on the way home, and Enduring Strength also won. 3 races tonight, 2 wins and a no good, but the other 2 raced very, very well also. I feel better about really Blue Chip's 2020 campaign after tonight than I did before. I was worried that this race would really starch her, and it didn't. I don't feel it did at all. I think she's going to come back good in 2020. Is she going to be a Sire Stakes horse or just a good filly? That'll be up to her. She's got a lot of growing to do, this filly, and it will start tomorrow. Anyway, our horses are settled in nicely in Ohio. They're going to get blood drawn. What's today? Saturday? They'll have blood drawn Monday morning. They believe they can have them ready to go Wednesday. I'll contact Doyle Trucking. We will have our 2-year-olds in Canada by Thursday night, or Wednesday night. They'll all be broken jogging on Thursday morning. As I said, I think we might be able to get a drone out to everybody. I'm aiming for Saturday, September 28th, September 28th. that'll depend on Curtis. A lot has to happen between now and then. Obviously, we don't start droning till later on, but with so many horses in the barn, I think it would be helpful to get the drone here. The way people are buying shares, it's not a tool to sell them, more or less just a tool to let people see what's in the barn. So not a great showing, but I don't think a shocking showing in New York. I actually come out of the race happier with the filly than I went in, which never happens when you finished 8th. But I think she's going to be a nice filly at 3. She can leave. She can handle a half good, which makes her helpful in the New York half-mile tracks. And she's tenacious. That was a lot for her. She was tired going into the race. She did everything she could. I have a lot of respect for horses that leave it all on the track, because I do, right? I do what I can. And anybody can say you should have just taken her back and tried to get money. I used all the tools the filly had and put her in a position to make money. And it's not that shocking she didn't. But can't fault me for trying. So that is Saturday night. Friday was a big day for us. Saturday, now obviously 2 out of 3 winners, was a big day for us. Sunday I have Elysium Lindy. John McDonald is going to drive. Arctic Force tomorrow in Vernon Downs. I'm going to drive Elysium Lindy at Flamborough. And then Monday we get some horses at Mohawk. Coming up to Wednesday, big day Wednesday for us. We have 8. We'll have 8 in on Joggette Day. More stakes towards the end of the week. Still tons to go on. And don't forget, I got the Morrisville sale tomorrow. We are looking at 3 horses in the Morrisville sale. We'll let you know if we get them right away, and you guys can take a look. I will tell you right now, one's an American Ideal. One is a Art Major. And I'm quietly looking at another one who's an RC Royalty trotting filly. It's a New York sale. Obviously, they're New York horses. We'll see what takes place tomorrow. I guess that's it for tonight. Talk to you guys soon. Still got an hour's drive to get home, an hour and a bit to get home. I'm going to get to it right now. Take care.
Bye, everyone.